That's part of the. I vetoed every map I didn't think you had a intro for.
Oh, I don't have one for Entombed. I made one for every map except for Entombed Valley. I remember. Oh, I remember why. It's because for some reason this map pool was 8 maps, and I made 7 videos and then didn't even check if there was an 8th map because I was like, well, map pools are 7 maps. So once I finished the 7th video, I was like, okay, I'm done. So I just never made one for this map. And then when Gemini and Neuro said, I told them they can't pick this map. I was like, I don't have a video. Don't pick it.
I still think I would have been a fan of the changing map pool every series because I don't like it matters, but it also doesn't really matter, you know.
None of us are good enough that we're like abusing the maps.
Except for, I mean, Pilly kind of with his cannon rushes on the cannon rush on Cloud Kingdom was pretty nice, using the high ground pylon. But man,
yeah, I think Pilly actually did a lot of prep for this. I don't know, he didn't play much, but he told me he was watching like I think he said he was watching Day 9 dailies about like DreamHack 2011 or something.
Interesting. Taking inspiration from old VODs. I do that with a lot of my builds I make up.
This wall sketches me out.
I'm assuming he knows what he's doing, but I don't like the pylon at the front at all.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I feel like Protoss is almost the hardest like race to come back to. You know, like you can kind of like improv with Terran and Zerg, but Protoss, like the walls, especially against Zerg when you're Forge Fast expanding, they're so specific, right?
Yeah. If I had played Terran in this tournament, I would have just Reaper Rush every game. Two-shotting
Really?
workers is OP. It's too good.
Yeah, I remember when you did it against me. It was fucking annoying. He did lose the rough spending Shiva. Yeah, he did. It's real.
He's okay. Forge expand this time.
Yeah, so just doing a little bit out of order.
Honestly,
I kind of liked the Nexus first, honestly. Like,
well,
it's good against Panda.
On this map specifically, though, if he did do some prep, if you look at that high ground spot behind the natural, that would be such an easy place to cannon rush.
Yeah, and you could get around the vision as well. There's no Overlord on it. Is this? Oh, this is a 4-player map, so that would have been so sick. Because you could get the probe in and they wouldn't even know that you scouted them.
Yeah, and he also had the 4. I would have liked to at least see him try. You could even just stop the Zerg player from mining minerals for a long time by just having a cannon up there.
Yeah, there's not really a good way to deal with cannons in this game. It's literally, like, I was actually reading up on it because I was like, how do you defend cannon rushes? And people were saying like roaches and Zerglings. It's like, that sounds terrible. Sounds like a bad time.
The only thing I can think of is the Baneling bus, but also I've noticed that all the map. Ooh, fast third hatch. Okay. All of the maps are very cannon rush friendly.
Yeah.
And like super tight little nooks behind every natural mineral patch.
Oh yeah, true. It's like one pylon walls.
Yeah, well, like maps today, they usually have one decent cannon rush spot, and then a really good cannon rusher will make it look good. But here it's just like, I don't know. I faced a couple cannon rushes against Disrespect earlier, and it was not fun.
So I'm guessing you defended the second one then?
Yeah, the second one, the moment I saw his probe with my Overlord, I sent 2 drones down, and I just like followed the probe around, and I ended up doing enough damage to it that he just left.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I just tried to like stay barely in front of him because even on Daybreak, there was plenty of places where it'd be one pylon wall. Stalker first Stargate. I don't know if I like this in terms of gas. I feel like Stargate's gonna finish, and there's not oracles in Wings of Liberty.
Yeah, it's got to be like Mass Phoenix, right? Because even Void Rays were a lot worse. But
defensively,
Mass Phoenix is the only thing I can think of.
I don't think Void Rays are necessarily worse defensively because they gained armor versus light units the longer they were attacking. But
what?
I mean, not armor, damage, because the way Void Rays.
I was like, what the fuck?
I misspoke. Sorry, but
that would be cool.
That would be interesting concept.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting. I wish someone would do that because it's like, you know, like you have the Immortal that has extra armor up front, but like, it's kind of the opposite where in a long sustained battle it has less health than in a short one.
Yeah.
and like StarCraft 2 fights are already so short. Like, I feel like you want reasons to make them longer, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, especially for the viewer experience, the longer the fights go on, the more opportunity the good player has to really distinguish himself from the rest.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder how many Phoenixes he'll bank here. He has 2 free Overlords to kill whenever he wants. I'm honestly a little bit surprised he hasn't yet, but I guess he wants to catch Panda off guard here.
Wow, this feels like an early third from the toss. He hasn't even started breaking the rocks down. He's going Phoenix as well. He's also getting
how do you
+1.
ever
He's
hold
being
this?
Super greedy, yeah.
But Panda's also been equally greedy. Look, he doesn't even have Ling Speed. He must have
He's about to.
I'm Ling Speed.
Pretty sure he's about to all in him. I think he just scouted the Stargate, yeah. Or at least I feel like he smells it because he's building Spore Crawlers. And he also stopped at 52 drones. It's just making
let's
roaches.
see his vision. Okay, he sees the Stargate right now. He just saw it for the first time.
And the moment he sees Phoenixes, I think this all in. Oh my god, he's still going for the third base. Jackal has no idea what's happening.
Panda's made a couple drones here. I do think an all-in from Panda would just kill him.
Yeah. But like he has no units. He has 7, maybe 8 lifts total and a single Stalker and a single Zealot. It's kind of like, it's the conundrum, it's the Terran conundrum. It's the problem with like getting a stim too early and things like that. You only have a couple Marines, so what's the point? It's the same thing with this +1. He already has +1 weapons, but for 2 units.
Yeah. David Kim, please give it to Probes.
Okay, I would like to see him go to the third, not the natural, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he will. If this is the whole attack, though, I mean, it's going to be held pretty easily with that Zealot and Sentry there.
And
which is unfortunate. Like, if he committed really hard, he definitely would have killed him with this.
Yeah. He's already 30 supply up. He already has more workers. Yeah, I don't really like... He's kind of just throwing these units away for free, which I'm not a fan of. That cute little save on the Sentry there with the Phoenix.
Yeah, this Jackal guy seems like... It's hard to tell how good anybody in this tournament is, because so much of it is based on how much do you remember from 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, that like
as opposed to mechanics, but it seems like he's actually like a really good player. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like a 6K on EU.
Okay, he was on his NA profile at least he was 5'2", so.
Oh, okay.
Well, and I've played him a couple times. Okay, that's a lot of links.
How does it feel? Just like the fact that he even took a game off Pilly
is already impressive enough.
Yeah.
I will say that because it feels like a brand new like game interface, I guess. Like you feel like you're playing something completely different. So the really good players, they don't feel, I'm not gonna say they don't feel as good, but they don't feel as unbeatable as they normally do.
No, it's true. Yeah, when I was practicing with Pilly, the game felt like even.
Yeah. And in my experience, I usually do get like jitters when I play tournaments, where I have a problem with nerves. But even against Caleb, I felt no nerves at all.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's true. Yeah, I played Riser, and because he told me like when we were talking before the match that he didn't start playing StarCraft until Heart of the Swarm, and it's like it showed.
Same.
His builds just like weren't sharp, and obviously he's like a very good player, right? He's like 5,800, I think, right now.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, it looks like Panda is gonna. He's going for the Broodlord Infestor.
I feel like Jackal's going to have a good timing with 2 or 3 Colossus if he actually decides to move out. He has a very healthy worker count. He was able to keep that third. The only thing I'm not really a fan of is he's constantly banking like 5+ Chrono Boosts, which a Chrono Boost in this version of the game is stupidly strong. So,
yeah, I am a little bit worried. Like, this timing needs to be sharp, right? Like, he needs... I almost feel like he can't even wait for +2. Like, he just needs to go.
I feel like had he been using his Chrono Boost every chance he got on the upgrades, his +2 would already be done.
Right. Oh, and he's starting charge now.
He's, again, just... checking his vision, he hasn't scouted Panda a single time. He's only seen what he's been attacked with, so he's building an anti-roach army, and Panda's going complete tech.
Yeah, we'll see if Panda remembers how to control the late game army. I actually had that problem. I was playing some customs a couple weeks ago with Gemini for some reason. And anyways, he just like, I made it to the Broodlord Infestor and I died because there's a certain way you like set it up with static defense and the way you engage, and I actually forgot how to do it, and he's way better with his old game knowledge than I am. So there's definitely like still something to it, even if you can make it there.
I would love to see him right-click his forge. If he would just stop the +2, I think that would put a massive damage. Okay, now...
Decent force fields, though.
Yeah, not force fields are not bad, and also he killed off a lot of the roaches. The broodlords are not even... They're not... He still has like a 20-second window. I don't quite understand why he's making Stargates. Maybe Void Rays, but there's no Tempest, so...
Yeah, maybe carriers. I think Sky Toss is still good. The thing is, you just... Like, even more than Legacy, you just die before you get there in this version of the game. Before you can ever get Mass Carrier.
Okay, he does have Blink. I haven't seen him make a single Stalker besides that very first one. I would love to see more Stalkers. Stalkers are way stronger, I think, in this iteration of the game.
Oh, the Prism's gonna die, so he's not gonna really be able to reinforce here either.
Oh, Panda pulled the Corruptors away.
Uh-oh.
I think that was definitely a bit of a mistake. Broodlords need to be started, like, now.
Yeah, like yesterday.
His Greater Spire's been done for 10-15 seconds. Also, he's missing quite a few injects.
Yeah, Panda's under a lot of pressure here. Honestly, his army kind of sucks.
But there is no anti-air. There's no anti-air for these Corruptors, so the Colossus should be free range.
Where'd the Phoenix go? Oh, they're just chilling. Okay, just kidding. His army's great because
also,
there's no anti-air.
Panda is refraining from using the Corrupt ability, which...
Oh, yeah, it probably doesn't even remember that that exists.
20% extra damage would be very nice.
I totally forgot about that one.
That army got destroyed.
Yeah, that was not close. Imagine like 20 Blink Stalkers in there.
Exactly. I don't understand the Zealot Sentries. Like, Sentries, Stalkers, and Colossi. And now he's building Stalkers, but... Stalkers are just good against everything in this. Like, especially with decent control. They attack so much faster than they do in Legacy. Like, Legacy, they do a little more damage, but I just feel like they're a lot more maneuverable in the older versions of the game.
Right. Yeah, I think now that the Broodlords are out, and we have 8 Infestors still, like, even though Stalkers are decent, the Root Fungal is just going to be killer. I don't think...
with +3 Adrenal, Lings, and Broodlings, this is not looking very nice for our
yeah, I don't
player.
think Jackal really stands a chance anymore. Oh, and the Lings got around the Stalkers. There's no static defense at the base.
Lings already have +2. They shred these probes. Honestly, if I was him, I would go for a 3-base max out because his Panda's up to 95 drones, so a tiny shot could be maxing out. We have 30 more army supply, but
yeah, that's not a bad idea. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, Fungal is good.
What is that?
He
What do
only
they call
has
that?
one Fungal left at least.
Call that a patience blink? Or you just blink forward with no info?
Yeah, it's patience, yeah. Oh, it looks like he might get it.
No.
That Observer is clutch. If he oh, I don't think he knows he's being attacked. There you go.
He lost quite a few Stalkers before he realized
Yeah.
what was going on.
Yeah, I don't know what his best shot is here.
Okay, Archons. I do like Archons as a bonus. I would also like to see Neural, though. I feel like 95 drones, you're at the economy where you can start getting all the good upgrades.
I want an Archon toilet. That is the way.
Well,
There's no Storm yet, which is really unfortunate.
Gonna be a root. Ooh. Okay. Also, I think what our Protoss player is missing is a really good engagement as well. Every time he's engaged head on. There hasn't been a single contested round. It's just been a move and watch my units die.
Yeah, he's starting to get that 4th base back up, and a DT Shrine obviously is always one way to get back into the game.
Panda's doing a good job of static defense at most of his bases, though. His Spore in every mineral line, at least. Those are for the Phoenix, but... There's no recall. But I guess he could blink past these rocks. That would be nice. He's doing pretty good with the multi-prong harass. He's pulled the Broodlords out of position. He's taking advantage of the fact that those Broodlords are not very quick in their movements.
Yeah, this is like one issue, right? Like, Panda's infinitely far ahead right now, but it's really hard to finish the game. Especially on this map, it's so big that they're just going to run around you all the time, right?
He actually killed a significant amount of workers as well. Panda was at 95 and he's dropped down to 71. The Hive being targeted, +2 Zealots. I don't think there's enough damage output to...
Oh,
Maybe?
it's going to be close, though. Oh, Transfuse has.
Transfuse.
Yeah, he'll save it with that Transfuse.
Also,
Back when Transfuse was OP.
Not to be nitpicky, but he could have used the corrupt ability in there as well.
Oh, wait,
On the
where were
Zealot.
you looking?
I
The
just at the main
Zealots?
base, yeah.
Imagine casting corrupt on the Zealots.
It just makes, it at least makes the queen, who has no ranged attack upgrades, do damage to the armored zealots.
Yeah, true.
It's not.
Oh, here
that
comes the
big of a deal.
mothership. He's going for it. He's going for the Archon toilet. And I agree with this decision. I think it's his only shot at this point.
I would also like to see another Prism. I don't think Panda's... He likes to keep the Broodlords and the Corruptors together, and as long as they're going to follow whichever army is being active, so I think a Prism could definitely make it in the main base. I think he agrees as well, because he starts spores on the edge of his bases.
Oh, yeah. Holy. It looks like... Yeah, I think he just wants to...
He wants to be able to move
like,
out.
completely secure. Yeah, exactly. Because Jackal's already shown that he's just going to run around him every time. So now that there's literally 10... Oh, I thought there was way more spines than that. I guess there's only 10 spines.
Well, he did
But
lose
anyways,
a
now
couple.
that there's a ton of static, I think he should feel okay about it.
Yeah, there's way too many Broodlords at this point. The Mothership's going to come out, but it's not even going to have enough energy for Vortex.
Oh, how much does that cost?
100, and I think the Mothership starts at 50.
Right, he's got to buy some time, I guess. He only has 3 Archons as well. I don't think that's enough to one-shot the Broodlords either.
I think the only play is still Stalkers. I know that might sound dumb, but until you get the Mothership, Archons are never going to be able to get close. Like, he keeps warping in
He
Zealots.
just needs to sack the 4th here.
I really don't like the fact that he keeps making... Like, I like Harassment Zealots, but just as part of your main army, they're just not good.
Okay, 5 Archons and the Mothership is out. You're right, it spawns with 50 energy.
So he needs to buy time. Also, another thing you can do, if he could kill the Overseers, warp in Stalkers, blink in, there's only 3 Overseers.
Oh.
If he's gonna make it's 141 army supply against 59. It's just...
It's way too much. I mean, even if he managed to kill... Like, even if he managed to pull off an Archon toilet here, I think he still dies.
Yeah, he only has 38 workers. He only has 100 supply. And is building up quite a nice bank.
I do want to see it, though. 15 more energy, and we'll be there.
Is he gonna
He's only going to
attack?
lose all of his bases in the meantime.
I think he realizes what's happening, by the way, Panda. Look how he's moving his Broodlords.
Yeah. Splitting them all up.
I respect the fact that he attempted to go for a macro game, though. Jackal, that is. I just think the lack of chrono boost.
Do it.
Wow, killed the observer too.
Vortex. Vortex. Let's go.
Come on, Panda, just let it happen, man. You're way too far ahead.
Yeah.
Lame sack? Yeah, exactly, bro.
Oh, we got a bunch of them. How many are not in there? He only got 7 in there, I think. Oh my god, he's filling it with... What? Is that a thing you can do?
I guess? It's gonna push the Archons apart because there's too many, right? Oh my god. That's last damage, though. Those infested Terrans got destroyed. Nice.
Yeah, well, at least we got the toilet.
Had he been a little more decisive, made the correct units, aka Stalkers, instead of Zealots and Sentries, and then used his Chrono Boost, I think he definitely would have had more of a shot during the mid-game. He had a good opportunity with +2 and a couple Colossi. He just did not really take advantage of it.
Yeah, so that's gonna send
Panda Bear me
to the finals.
Again.
Against Pilly, BO5.
You know, considering we both lost him twice to get out of this tournament, it would be fitting if he lost to Pilly twice to get out of the tournament. I love Panda, but... That was a very fun last game.
Holy shit, I've been streaming for 4 hours. Dude, casting is so much better than playing ladder.
True.
It's just because, like, you can, or maybe it's just because I don't cast enough, so I'm, like, not burnt out on it, but I feel like I could cast for, like, 8 hours.
Yeah,
and it'll take half as much energy as when I play ladder. Ladder's so draining and tilting, you know?
Yeah, very. It also like I just think ladder is fine when you get matchups you like a lot for a day. Because I know you. I don't know about you, but for me, if I get a day where I face a lot of Terrans or Zergs, but I'll be fine. I can ladder for like 4 or 5 hours. But if I start facing too many Protoss players and I'm not playing Protoss myself, I just get so burnt out.
Yeah, I've been okay with ZVP recently, except for like obviously 1 in 3 or 4 games they meme you. Like the memes are still very tilting, like the one base cannon stuff.
Yeah.
But
Honestly,
yeah,
though,
I just started queen walking everybody and I'm fucking killing everybody.
yeah, the one I won't lie. The one base like Cannon Immortal is fun. It's fun to do. It's just disgustingly efficient.
Oh yeah, it's super fun to play. Like when I play Protoss, I play it too sometimes. But I'm saying like playing against it is super tilting. I think the Stalker one is the most tilting because that one kills you the fastest.
Yeah,
And it's just like 4 minutes of like
you're just
feeling
dying.
like helpless. Yeah.
At least the Immortal one, you kind of have a shot because it takes a little while for it to get going.
Yeah. I feel good against the Immortal one. I usually don't die to it anymore. Like it takes so long to kill you that you can actually, like a lot of the time, I don't win by holding. I win by nighticing out, and then it's like, oh, you're not by your static anymore.
Yeah,
Can't kill me. Yeah.
and some of the something I'm kind of this tournament's making me think about a lot is I wonder if because I in the last like year or so I haven't really been focused on like crisp build orders. It's just been more of like certain phases of the game, like where I should be at, what supply, etc., etc. But the difference in just winging it in this tournament versus like having a build to go after, I feel like I just starting to think I should go back to really focusing on having like tight timings rather than just
Mm-hmm.
being good mechanically. Because I feel like there was a point in the game where you like say 2017, 2018, where like every phase of the game I just knew exactly like what to do. Even if you were thinking for a second like, okay, maybe I'm not in the best spot, but I should try to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's time to go back and re-study everything. I haven't like picked up a new build in like 6 months probably.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Getting lazy with it.
Yeah.
I'm not playing a lot more tournaments as well, and I also want to do a lot more casting as well too. I think I have I think you and I both have a lot of insight we can give.
Yeah, I got put on the wait list for ESL, which was unfortunate. I really wanted to. EPT is just like it's just free real estate, man. It's like 12 hours of good games on every Monday. Like
Yeah, I
so
just
I don't even know what else to cast.
I just like to think that a lot of a lot of the absolute best casters are also really good players as well. So I think that because there's some casters and I love the way they cast and they're definitely good at it as well. But when they're diamond slash below, there's definitely just some game knowledge that they're lacking themselves. Or like also, I feel like in a lot of casts, maybe I haven't cast enough games, but um, there's just a lot of like small little things that really good players do that casters don't really view as important. Maybe like a small movement or a certain scout or etc. But it's just like I'll notice and I'm just like, man, that was sick. But the caster like never touches on it or anything like that, and I just think there's definitely an audience for those small details type thing, not just the bigger picture or the banter between casters.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of like yeah, when the caster's really good at the game, it helps for sure. They notice those things and they're able to like explain why it's important. Because if you just say like, "Oh, it's so sick how he saved the century with the Phoenix," but you don't know why it's sick. Even though that one's pretty obvious, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I feel like I guess a good example would be, if you see like three overlords on the production tab or something like that, like better players are just like, okay, he's probably about to go for an all in, and the most of the time you've been talking about what's been leading up to that. Maybe he's getting +1 in roach speed or something like that, or you watch them scout something like Phoenix, and then decide, okay, they're not gonna have enough to defend, and you watch them start up like 4 overlords and just make units or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I always think it's super interesting when people change their game, like they react to what they scout, and it's just I love those games more than crisp build order type games, because at that point they're going based off their intuition and not based off a preset plan.
Okay. Are you in the tournament chat? Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah, I am.
So you can see the videos.
I haven't seen Shakuras played once. I
I
have
still-
no idea what the map looks like.
I still have my old scoreboard. I can like edit it to show.
Behind them, 2 teams fight.
Okay, what order are they playing in? Entombed first. Oh, cool. I don't have a thing for that. That's nice.
Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
Okay. Just live editing the overlay. Don't worry about it. Get rid of all these NAs and KRs. Do, 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 do. Get rid of these W's for now. And then, oh, where are the numbers? Oh, they're at the top. 0. To 0. What was the map order? Entombed first. Cloud Kingdom second.
I'm back.
Shakira's third.
This map, okay, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but wasn't this map like in the pool when Protoss pylons could go from like low ground to high ground?
Entombed?
Yeah, I feel like I vaguely remember seeing clips of Puck, or Nina, I guess, but Puck back then, doing a 4-gate on this map.
Oh, I have no idea. I wasn't playing yet. Or like I wasn't paying attention yet, I guess.
Also, that I wonder who they think my hero is. I keep thinking about that. I have to.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because
I was really confused.
my favorite StarCraft 2 player of all time is probably Polt, and then second being Kalazur. So.
All right, BO5 Grand Finals. Here we go.
Grand Finals.
Oh
No.
yeah.
The differential between first and second place is $30, so it's a pretty significant amount of money.
How does it? What's the split?
90, 60, 30, and 15. So whoever wins this match will make double what I made today in extra money.
Whoever loses.
I meant like more prize money. Like each one of these players has already won $60. So.
Oh, okay. I see. That's a really confusing.
Yeah,
way
I know.
of
I set it up
saying
very weird. Sorry about that.
whoever wins is gonna make the difference is double what I made total.
I did set it up very weird. All right, we gonna do introductions this time.
If we have to.
All right,
You go first.
the top left-hand corner, the slickest macro player that never misses a scout, Panda Bear Me.
And in the bottom right, playing for whatever that team is. What's that team?
Gen G.
Yeah, but what is it?
I
What's
think
it
it's
called?
Genesis Gaming.
Playing for Genesis Gaming. It's Silly Billy Pilly Pilly. Oh, it is Genesis Gaming. It says it on the little thing by the Nexus.
Yeah, but who can really read that, you know?
I can.
Must be nice to
Oh.
be blind. Oh, he's doing it.
He doesn't have a forge, does he?
I think he's
He
about
doesn't
to
have a
build a
forge.
forge. He's walling on the high ground, so.
Oh, please build a forge. Oh, he's not. So why is he hiding the probe?
I think
Oh,
he's
well,
just
he
trying to
did
make-
cannon rush a couple times already earlier today.
Okay.
So I guess he's just
Just
faking it.
making Panda worry. Honestly, I would worry on this map the whole time. I would probably veto this map as a Zerg player if this is actually in the pool.
Yeah, that spot's pretty sick.
Like, even for a 2-gate rush, imagine that. Like,
You could probably full wall that little section with 2 gateways, and then
You
just wouldn't be
would,
able
yeah.
to kill them in time.
you put a pylon in the back corner and put 2 gates in front of it.
God, that would have been so sick.
Remembering Naniwa over here?
What, did Nanny want to do that?
Similar thing on Akalon Flats in the 5th game of the WCS Finals versus Hyun back in 2011, I think. He walled off 2 gateways in the main, and also it was just insane back then. Like, foreigners didn't really win very much, and to go for a 2-gate in the 5th game when you're 2-2 against one of the best Zerg players at the time in the world, and he won with it, it was just nuts. It was really, that crowd was so hype.
Wonder if this is actually just going to be a 4-gate. Is he going to take a next? Oh, there we go. 2 more gateways going down in the main base. Just the only reason, like, I know that there was old Sentry Expands builds back in the day, but I feel like they're just not as good as Forge. So as soon as he didn't have a Nexus yet, I was like, man, I think he's...
The probe died, though, or is under attack from the Lynx. It was going to build a proxy pylon up at a potential 4th location, but...
Yeah, maybe this is just 3-gate expand. I mean, 3-gate expand is so old school.
I don't think
Or you
he
just
wanted
build-
to 3-gate expand, though. I think he was going to put a pylon down and attack, but I think since Panda did a really good job at scouting the probe out and keeping tabs on it, that
Oh, that was cute.
he saved it. Nice.
Okay, so he is going to expand. You remember the build where you would do this, and then you would cancel the Nexus when the Overlord left and put down more gateways and attack?
Well, you go up to 5, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was a real thing.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, Panda's worried. He already has a spine crawler. And he also went double gas, which is a variation from the last ZVP he played on this map where he just went up to, I want to say, like 40 drones before he started gas.
Yeah, I think he fully thinks he's getting 4-gated right
They're
now.
not
Actually,
attacking
you know
them.
what? This is a build, the one that Pilly's doing. It's like a 3-gate pressure, and the point is to cancel their 3rd. It's going to be especially hard to hold because of those rocks.
And he also,
So this might be a map-specific build here.
he missed about 20 seconds of attacking the rock, and I would also love to see the Queen be helping out.
Yeah, I don't think there's... He might actually barely get through the rocks in time.
Well,
But yeah,
if-
this is actually pretty strong, and you get the 3rd base a lot of the times with this. Force
feel
fields are just so powerful this early.
He also stopped in the middle of the map, so he's giving Panda a lot of time.
Yeah, I don't know if Panda spotted the move out, because he is starting a bunch of Zerglings right now.
And there is quite a few sentries, but there's no wall at the natural, so I feel like if Panda... I would love to see him put on some pressure to at least force... It's a weird way to say this, but force fields out of those sentries.
No, yeah, for sure. I wonder if Pilly's gonna take a 3rd base here. He did touch the rocks there briefly. Once he kills the Overlord, he might actually just break down the rocks and completely macro out of this. I mean, he's doing decently if you look at the worker count.
Yeah,
Oh, well, he
did
just fell behind a little bit more, but...
Well, he did an amazing job at slowing him down, though. Panda made what, 26 Zerglings, which I feel like is a lot more than he wanted to make.
For sure, yeah. He's not going to be able to get anything done with them, so he would have definitely rather had 15 more drones here. There's lots of posturing going on this game. Oh, nice force
very
field.
nice force field.
So sick.
Two from Panda holding position at the back. He's gonna at least make him waste 2 more force fields, I think. Maybe? No? Okay. I respect the decision to not use them. It's only 3 lings.
Yeah. I think he was trying to body block there, like manually force field with sentries, but just barely didn't have enough time to do it.
I would love to see him go for Burrow. I feel like he's got enough of an economy. And there's too many sentries at the moment. Like Pilly, it's 9 minutes in and Pilly has no semblance of tech. He's getting his first tech unit right now, which is an immortal.
Yeah. Yeah, Burrow was my plan. I had like all this big plan for Pilly if I played him again. I wanted to try and Burrow Banelings to kill all of his sentries, just like, because he got an observer this game, but whenever he plays 2 base, like just the Soul Train, I guess, he doesn't get the observer. He just goes straight for 3 immortals. So just like putting 8 Banelings on that natural ramp or something. Be interested to see if he gets a Twilight pretty quickly here.
So
I don't know how much I like the naked gateway units with this. Oh, it's...
Alright. I have a question for you. Why do you think he never has Hydras for the extra range and damage?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I just feel like the Roach Max was the most popular way to play. Hydra's just kind of like the upgrade is expensive and there's no like lurker tech to go into. I don't know.
I just know that the extra range, being able to sit behind the roaches is always usually super nice.
Yeah, I mean Roach Hydra is good if you can get there, but I feel like people just prefer to add on Infestors instead of Hydras and work their way up to Broodlords.
Wow, he didn't even get that sentry.
Alright, so this is actually just ended up being a Soul Train after all that opening.
Panda.
Only 2 immortals this time though instead of 3.
If Panda keeps posturing like he is, I think he's in a little better... Okay, a War Prism coming across. This is the one difference between Jackal and Pilly that I really like, is Pilly always goes for the Prism.
Yeah.
I don't know how much
I mean,
like
pylons are pretty good on wings, but they're not obviously as good as a Prism. I don't know, man. I think...
I would have loved Burrow, man.
Yeah, Burrow's a pretty sick counter to this. I don't know if this can work for Pilly. Like, he's... How many... He doesn't have very many force fields left. He's surrounded.
He's only down by 30 army supply, and he's working with 3 different chokes. And if he gets some really good force fields, I definitely think he can make this work.
Oh, he's gonna force field the ramp. Only
So
takes
gonna force
2.
it off the side. Okay, so now he has 1 chunk of the army. A lot of the roaches being able to hit from the low ground, though.
Yeah, +1 just finished for those roaches as well. With the drone pull, I think
There's still 100 army
once
supply.
these force fields expire, Panda should be okay here.
Panda just has way too many units. He also now has +1 for efficiency, like you mentioned.
He did lose 20 drones there.
But I don't see what's stopping him from just going across the map at this point.
Yeah, I think the answer is nothing. He's just gonna...
GG.
Yeah.
Nice.
GG, nice hold. 1-0 for
Very well
Panda.
done.
Panda.
I don't know about you, but it felt like there was a
Panda.
little bit of indecisiveness out of Philly that whole game. After, I felt like he wanted to do the pressure, but as soon as the probe died, he couldn't, and he just kind of... I'm not gonna say he didn't know what to do from there, but he just couldn't really decide on what he wanted to do after that.
Yeah, then there's like the sentry pressure follow-up. He kind of just postured in the middle with it, and then... I mean, I think the sentry posture was actually okay because it forced out a bunch of Zerglings, but otherwise, yeah, it was pretty smooth sailing there for Panda Bear Me.
Yeah, the difference was what was I gonna say? Oh, he spent his first like 700-800 gas in sentries, and then decided super late to do the Soul Train.
I wish I had more time. I guess I'm not gonna. I wanted to like update my fancy scoreboard, but I don't think I have enough time to put in all the text files I need.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
You think it would have been better if Pilly went up the natural, like maybe into the main?
No, I think he was screwed. I think he had to use too many force fields earlier in the game. Like, I don't know if he just had less sentries than you normally have with that push, but it, like, I think he only used, 10 force fields total in that fight or something like that. And I feel like he usually have like 25 or something.
Yeah. Well, he used 5 before the fight started out in the middle of the map, plus the 3 to get the Zerglings, so.
He needed a force field donut and then put a disruptor ball in the middle. Oh, I'm going to play the Cloud Kingdom intro. Ba, 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 bum, ba, bum, bum. There we go. Yeah, you want to do the first intro?
All right. In the bottom left-hand corner, playing for Genesis Gaming, he is probably the most charismatic Protoss player I've ever seen in my life. Billy.
And in the top right. Up 1-0, needs 2 more to win the whole thing. We got Panda BR May. By the way, I'm covering up the supply.
Why is that?
So, I don't know. It's just what I do when I cast. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
If you want. Well, I guess if you don't have something set, it won't work. Just so you know, I don't know what the supply is. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll just like mention it if it's extremely relevant, but
Yeah.
like usually the only time that's the case though is when the Protoss is making an attack and they're down by like 40 supply and it's all on workers.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Really
just got so sick of like casters like leaning on just constantly calling out the supply, and it's like the only thing they ever talked about. I was like, fuck it. Just take it out of the equation. This is annoying.
Yeah, it's because a lot of the time the supply is also in what's coming, at least for third. What's on the way. It's not what's actually there.
Yeah, and it just kind of feels like a cop-out, because like it is true that if you're ahead in, especially in StarCraft 2 compared to Brood War, like if you're ahead in supply, you're probably winning the game. So it's like you don't need to look any further than the supply to know who's winning. So it's just annoying when it's like, well, I don't have any analysis other than the fact that he's ahead in supply, so he's probably going to win. And then, oh, what do you know? He wins. Like, so it's just cover it up and figure it out on your own who's winning. Like,
I also feel like in StarCraft as of late, there has been a lot less underdog type commentaries, and like it's a lot more. It's casters right off the game's a lot easier than I think they used to. A lot of the times in the past they would talk about the other person like having a chance in some regard, even if you could look at the supply and see that there is absolutely no chance that that person was going to win the game. And I think I like that a little better. I think it's a little bit better of a viewing experience. Now, don't do it to too many extremes, but like if you're just talking the whole time like the game is just over, then it makes like, what's the point of watching it if the game's just over?
yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I can kind of see both sides. Like on the one hand, you don't want to be lied to and like have fake hype, because then it kind of ruins the real hype. But on the other hand, yeah, like if a series is an absolute stomp and let's say it's like a BO5 in game 1, you're like, yeah, this guy stands no chance, then he gets 3-0'd. It's like, yeah, why did we do the series then?
I mean, yeah, I would, even if one player is significantly better, I would like to hope that the player like both players prepared adequately. And 2, also I think tournament play is so much different from ladder. Like, I don't know about you, but my tryhard level dials up to like 11 when I'm playing tournaments, versus like I have so much more want to win, and like I don't know, I guess it's just like a want to prove myself, and I tend to do a lot better versus higher level players in tournaments than I do on ladder.
Oh yeah, for sure. MMR don't matter.
And
you got gasless here out of Panda this game.
I think that's what he wanted to do last game, but he scouted the no nexus. So.
Oh yeah, true.
Because against Jackal he did gasless as well on that base. I don't like gasless as much on this base though. On this map. Excuse me.
Why is that?
I just feel like it's super easy to get soul trained.
Okay. I mean, you can still defend it with gasless, right? Like, Soul Train hits at like 11 minutes or something, so he still got some time to mind guess. He just knows Spanish was in the chat, so he wanted to do his build. The Ice Climber build.
Is that what it's called?
Whatever.
Okay.
No, it's called the Ice Fisher, Iceman. I don't know.
I
I
don't
always
know.
get it wrong.
It's not too much
It's
of a
called-
variation. Good, good.
No, I was just gonna keep memeing on the word ice. Keep going.
Just a little bit of variation in the Panda. He got his gases at his natural instead of his main this time. But I feel like last game was Panic. So maybe this is like what he originally wanted to do. Either way, though, Pilly's doing a really good job keeping up with work account, especially considering he's used no chronos at all.
Yeah, I just saw him use one on the Cyber, but otherwise hasn't really been using it. You know what? Actually, I wonder if he's been saving it for
For the
Immortals.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
because I feel like he is a good enough player. Like that was actually something he thought out in the build.
Now he's going for a third base. If he takes the third and he doesn't start chronoing out Immortals, then I don't like the no chrono usage.
Well, yeah, obviously chrono usage is better than no chrono. Let's see, chrono that Immortal. Go.
Come on, Mr.
Oh, he
6K.
chronoed something.
Okay. Two.
What did he chrono?
He
His
chronoed
probes.
plus one, and Cyber as well.
Okay, that doesn't seem calculated. That seems like, oh shit, I have a lot of chrono.
I need to spend them. It's the same thing as
Yeah.
Terran players in Legacy of the Void being like, I have a lot of minerals. Oh, I'm good at macroing. I just put down 3 command centers. It's like, no, not really.
I did it.
Like, I spend my money, guys. It's like, yeah, on useless shit.
Yeah, has Panda seen the third? He has seen it. Okay, so he knows to play a little bit greedier, and that there's not an attack coming
I feel
too soon. Like the first Immortal just popped, so
Ooh.
he's safe to be super greedy here.
Yeah, I feel like he's behind on drones, but yeah, he still made quite a few lings. I don't really know what for. I guess maybe to just put on some pressure. He still made 16 Zerglings though.
Wait, you have to manually warp your warp gates
Yeah,
in
you do.
wings? Forgot about that.
I had that happen a couple times in our customs when I was playing Protoss first year. I know I had one game where the whole game I forgot to warp 3 of my gates and I had 12, so I was only using 9 the whole time.
All right, I really want to see an ultra late game again, especially between these two, because I feel like Pilly has a little bit better of an idea of what to do when he gets there. The other guy kind of just got stuck on Gateway Man, but like also wasn't able to attack, which is the entire point of Gateway Man.
I mean, yeah, in his defense, he did do decently well with the multi-prong towards like the mid to late game. He just didn't have a good enough early game in terms of macro to really follow it up.
He never had a transition point, I guess. Looks like that's where Panda wants to go at least. We'll see if Pilly lets him do it,
13 more
or if he'll
drones.
attack him. Yeah, going up to 80 workers here.
He went up to 95 against Jackal. I don't know if I like the higher worker count in Wings. I feel like you don't necessarily need it.
Yeah, people weren't really doing that yet, were they?
No.
Especially because there's like so many less bases. Like you have 6 bases, and that's your entire side of the map.
And another thing I think as well that made a massive difference is the fact that you can stack injects, because you know everyone's gonna miss injects at some point here, so it's like you're gonna have too much money regardless.
Right. We do have 4 larvae though. So
Yeah,
nice.
it is nice. It is very
I
nice.
played 2 base all day long. All of my games I played 2 base today, because you have so much larva, it works. I think Pilly's just gonna attack him with +2 and blink. This is definitely a style I've seen him play before. It's really, really strong. Mostly because he's really good with it. His micro is amazing.
I don't know. I don't really like this attack very much. I also, wow, nice force field. Okay,
Yeah,
I like
he
the
needs to get
taking
out.
the gateway. Nice. Okay, that was very. I like the fact that he took that gateway out to try to save a couple of them as well as take out some of the production. 2 more cannons. from
Yeah, I
Pilly.
think any delay that Panda can do here and any force fields he can force out are really good for him, because there's no higher tech yet for Pilly. So Panda's rushing to the late game right now. He's got his 10 infestors on the way in his hive.
Okay,
So,
something that
yeah.
Pilly's lacked both of these games has been observers. I keep thinking about Burrow. It would be so nice against all of these sentries. Like, how many sentries are there? There's 13 sentries.
Mass sentry for the win. There's no Spire. I don't know if he forgot it because the hive's almost done.
I think
There
he
it
thought
is.
he was gonna get attacked before it came. Like he focused.
Yeah. There's no reason to have a hive though, right?
Yeah,
If
he
you don't
was
have a Spire because there's no Vipers.
maybe Adrenal, but his +1 just finished, so.
Yeah, I think he forgot the Spire there. I mean, it's not the end of the world. He's still gonna have like a nice maxed out army to deal with Pilly's push. Maybe it's almost better this way.
I would like to
Not
see
wasting any
Banelings.
supply on Corruptors.
I would love to
Banelings, yeah.
Yeah, he has too many Lings, I think.
There's only one Zealot though. Lings are gonna be good as
Ooh.
long as the force fields aren't too Gosu.
Billy got
Oh, show
full
me that
vision of
fungal.
that army, so he did see the infestors. He does know about them. I wonder how he's gonna position his army now. I would also like to see him wait for +3. It's already halfway done, and it would also give him time to max out as well. I think that'd make his army significantly stronger.
Yeah, I mean Panda's already maxed out, so it's not like his army's gonna get any stronger.
Exactly.
Might as well.
I don't. Honestly, if because he again he got the watchtower and he saw the armies. I would love to see him just wait and not kill Panda's supply because Panda wants to make Broodlords. All right, here we go. Fungal's coming in. Great force field usage. Will we see any blink backs? Okay, blink forward. I don't know how much I like that. The force, yeah. +1 Lings with Fungal is a pretty good combo against Stalkers. Panda taking a very convincing fight, and now he can make Broodlords if he would like.
Yeah, that was really good for him. He doesn't have any Corruptors on the way, I think.
He never started a Greater Spire either.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Like, Pilly hasn't even started a 4th base. So, just like holding the push is perfectly fine here with what comp you have.
Yeah, I just don't like the fact that Pilly attacked. He had 20 supply from max out, and his +3 just finished, and now he's got 50 less supply than he would have had otherwise. Okay, I'm gonna see a Fungal on this War Prism. Nice.
Oh, fat.
Another one. If they were the Legacy of the Void infested Terran.
Oh, so disgusting.
Okay, I like the positioning he's getting into though. Where he only has to force field 1 and maybe 2 sides. Okay, he's making
Yeah,
Corruptors.
Panda's just starting. Yeah, he's just starting to get his first Corruptors, so he's
also
not going to commit too much supply to Broodlords here, but a little bit.
He's about to have +2 and Adrenal. I would love to see some counterattacks. Like, cannons really don't stand a chance against +2 and Adrenal. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Amazing force field out of
Really
Philly.
good.
Getting into a good spot. Lings coming in from the back as well as a couple infestors. Corruptors taking out the prison before the warp in could come. The supplies are in favor of Philly though. Oh, the Roach is just derping around in the back. Lost about 30 supply in the back. Just move commanding. Feels bad.
I think it's over. I think he did it somehow. Microed his way to victory. Panda definitely had the setup to hold this, but
He just got caught
kind of
off
just
guard
let
completely.
Hilly get in it. Yeah, that position up above his 4th base is kind of where it started all going wrong, you know?
Yeah, he started making us around, but the bottom section was just too late to the party. Like, a lot of the fight happened before that back section even got there. And when the back section did get there, he was trying to move command the front section away, and the back section just didn't even fire. So,
Yes.
I mean, I guess in Panda's defense, it was like 3 different screens worth of units, but it's just a little unfortunate. I feel like he had such a good start against that push.
Yeah, he's probably kicking himself right now for starting that Spire so late. If that's great, if that Spire and then Greater Spire had been timed out like back to back, he could have had Broodlords for the second wave of that push, right?
Yeah.
Could have done his regular like first max out Ling Roach Infestor, take that first fight where he fucking crushed, by the way, and then just have some Broodlords ready for the next.
Yeah,
next
'cause
fight.
not only would you have +3 like Broodlings, but the 20 damage from the Broodlords themselves, which is so nice.
Yeah. And they had stupid range back then, right? As well.
Yeah, I saw the leash range, so it should be 13.
I think I'm actually going to take off the supply thing for this match. It doesn't make sense unless we both have it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I mean, like, I don't expect you to fucking
Dude,
accommodate some random thing out of nowhere.
He didn't do game hard on this one. Feels bad.
They didn't do game hard on any of them.
Oh, I guess I just have the... Would be nice.
What day is it today?
Sunday?
Oh, shit,
25th.
son.
What's going
New
on?
Rick and Morty. Do
Nice.
you watch it?
I want to start watching it because my friend really likes that show. I don't
Oh, you
dislike
haven't
it.
seen any of it yet?
Well, yeah, no. I've just actually, I don't know why. I have nothing against it. I just haven't watched it.
Oh yeah, it's freaking good, bro. Yep, that's a thing they say. And Grubby's streaming StarCraft 2. Come back to us, Grubby.
Bring us more viewers.
No shit. All these stupid StarCraft 2 people going to other things and becoming way more famous. They just need to come back.
Yeah, even that like I liked when that Conrad the Third guy was streaming StarCraft for a while because he was got really big off of Fortnite, right? So he would get like 40,000 viewers on that game. But even in StarCraft, he'd get like 6K. And he was, I want to say, like Masters 3 or something. Either way, though, it was guaranteed a lot of new faces, you know, people that never played the game. Whereas, like, if like Grubby or Destiny comes back, those people all originally came from StarCraft.
Yeah, there was that other. Wait, what did you say his name was?
Conrad the Third.
Is that what CDN stands for?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just always called him CDN the Third. I fucking love that guy. He's so funny.
Yeah, he is.
I had to unfollow him though because he just plays too many shitty games. But it was nice when he was playing StarCraft.
Yeah.
He wasn't even Masters, dude. He literally was in bronze.
Really?
And I think the highest he ever got was like gold. Yeah.
Same thing as
it was kind of painful to watch. Like the first week was super painful.
It was like casually explained. I like when he was playing StarCraft 2.
Oh, that was cool as well. Yeah. Oh, I gotta switch my casting. There we go.
I think the most interesting person I've heard that used to play a lot of StarCraft recently and watch a lot was H3H3.
Oh, I was talking about that. Yeah. Yeah, he's a big StarCraft fan. Huge.
Yeah. What do you think
I
about
don't
the
know if
whole
he still
Blizzard
is, I hope
scandal
so.
that's going on, bro?
I think it's really fucking gross.
Yeah.
And I'm very disappointed in Blizzard. But
Me too.
not surprised because they're owned by Activision now. Okay, I didn't actually read the whole lawsuit. Was this all happening before the Activision acquisition?
As far as at least from what I understand, no, it started happening around like 2010-ish. Around that time was when like the first.
Was Activision in already?
Yeah,
at that point?
2008 is when they acquired it.
Oh, okay.
But at least I guess there's some like silver lining for our community is there was nothing mentioned about people from the StarCraft community. It was mostly the World of Warcraft development team because I don't know. It's I love playing their games. It's just it's hard to want to A, want to play them, and B, know that it's directly affected. Like, the way the games have turned out has been directly affected by how the people that have been working on them have been treated, so.
Right. Yeah, I hope Frost Giant does better and learns from it.
I am looking forward to all the Dreamhaven games.
Yeah. Mike Morheim, his company is Dreamhaven, right?
Yes.
Okay. I always forget like who went to which company. Does Immortals have any of the Blizzard people, or are they just like? I know they have Jack Attack, but
Not
like
sure.
any of the devs.
You know, I can't say I'm a massive fan of Immortals. I got into the alpha and I played a bit of it, and it just didn't really click with me as like, or resonate with me, I guess. Like it just seemed like a really simplified version of StarCraft.
Yeah, I see Thermy's been playing it a ton. I'm definitely gonna play it when I have access because I paid the $60 for
Really?
the alpha or whatever. Yeah,
I,
but
I just had to. Basically, they gave me a key to get into their alpha for free. You just have to just sign a non-disclosure agreement that says you won't stream it unless they tell you to.
cool. Thanks,
Just-
guys.
But it's just I don't know. I'm hoping it gets better once it is developed more. But like, have you played any at all yet?
No, I can't get in still. I think.
There's like a
I
global
don't think it's.
worker select which is like, it just throws me off so much. Where like, for example, you can be looking at your opponent's base and just say I was a Protoss player, right, and I wanted to build a proxy pylon. I just use the build command like out of nowhere. I'm not even clicked on anything, and I place the pylon or whatever, right, and it would just pick a probe from my mineral line and make him come that way and do it. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just weird. I just don't like it.
Does the probe go back then?
I'm not
On its own?
I don't think so, no. I'm pretty sure you have to like grab it yourself, and which is at least like somewhat. It feels like they're taking a lot of APM out of the game for no real reason.
This is all the same things Brood War people said about StarCraft 2, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have a love for both StarCraft 2 and Brood War. I think they're both great games on their own.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely going to try it, but I have tried to watch a bunch of it, and yeah, it doesn't really... I usually turn it off after like 5 minutes. I'm like, this looks kind of slow.
And it's just, I don't know, the art style is interesting as well. Stuff
Yeah,
just
we'll
doesn't
see.
feel like it moves as smoothly, but also, again, I know they are in super early alpha. I don't want to say anything like too early. The third base on this map, by the way, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I do hope that the game is really good. Like, I don't want them to shit the bed.
Oh, yeah.
I want
Better.
a successor to StarCraft.
I just want more RTS in the field, because like the more competitive it is, the better.
I do kind of like, because RTS is so small, I do kind of like that there's only a couple main games that everybody plays. You can't spread us out too much, you know?
Well,
I feel like the
I'm
genre
hoping
wouldn't survive.
with more games that more players come in. I think RTS will have a resurrection at some point, eventually.
I hope so.
Because it's the only genre where you're literally putting your brain on a battlefield against someone else.
Yeah. All right, we got 8-gate blink here out of Pilly.
Wow.
This
Man is not
build
playing
is
around.
disgustingly strong. If you're good with your blink micro, and Pilly obviously is... Like, I feel like his unit control is almost his biggest strength.
Can we appreciate Panda's vision, by the way? It's so nice.
Oh my god. He literally sees everything that is...
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And he'll know if there's a third with the Zergling by the ramp. I think he's starting to, he's just making roaches and lings, and he's not getting +1, even though he got an Evo chamber. He's just making ling speed and roach speed, so I think he's got a good read on this. He's already up a very significant amount of supply, which in the other games it was usually all workers, but I'm just his read on this game. He's reading it to a T. I don't think he knows that it's blink necessarily. Ooh, I like the way...
Are you seeing this route that Pilly's taking right now?
I love the way he's moving. Panda has vision everywhere in the middle of the map, except for this one, because he can't get up there. Wow.
Yeah, the Overlord will spot it. Oh my god, now he's bringing units over here?
Does he have sentries?
Does he know?
He has sentries in the... He has sentries in the Warp Prism, so he'll be able to force field the ramp away from the
That
third.
Overlord just barely saw the Prism flying through, by the way, so he knows.
Panda's panicking. You see that F2? Everything from the map just got dragged all the way up here. Okay.
Oh, he's got to be so careful here. With these sentries, especially with these two small ramps, like, there's really not a good place for Panda to fight here. I almost feel like he has to give up the fourth. Just like, oh, this is his third. Honestly, I feel like he has to give up the third.
And he's taking a fourth, or taking a new third, rather.
Yeah.
I would love to see him... Okay, he's not going to defend it. I like that decision. But if he was going to defend it, I would have also liked to see him build some spines.
Yeah, I just think there's no shot with the blink and the abusive force fields in this position.
Wow, a counterattack for Panda. He has way too many lings. I think he's kind of skimped on the roach count a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the lings are good against the stalkers, right? But definitely much worse in a counterattack situation. And there's going to be 5 cannons here.
Alright, takes out the Cyber Core, so the stalker production will be halted for a little while, but he decides to go back across the map. There's not enough creep, so these forces are going to take quite a while to get here. Honestly, okay. Maybe he would have lost a lot, but I would have liked to see him just blink forward and then use the sentries to force it off the natural, and then maybe go warp some in the main. That would have been a very bold play.
Yeah, that would have been interesting for sure. Where's the prism right now?
It's right above the roaches.
Is it? I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me, like, click on it.
Okay. The mining has evened out because the base count, but he does have that third reestablished, and he's still up 12 workers. So the longer this goes on for Panda, I think the better.
Yeah, Pilly's pretty much safe at home now. He's got 6 cannons up, so he's going to be able to commit his entire army to this attack. Oh, one of these high energy sentries.
+2 just finished for the stalkers, though, so they become a lot more potent.
Oh, that's a lot to pick off.
Yeah.
Bunch of Pilly's sorry, not Pilly. A bunch of Panda's armies in production right now. I actually kind of like this position for Pilly, especially with the +2 now. Those stalkers are so strong.
And these choke points on this map, you don't need very many force fields to be able to get a lot done with them.
Yeah, this is almost like the most open area, and he's still got his army kind of chopped in half.
Well, army supply falling in favor of the Protoss for the first time in the whole game. Pilly finding a way to make this work, taking a beautiful path at the bottom to get to that third base.
That's just how she goes. I feel like next warping round's probably going to end the game here.
Yeah, the income's just not there for Panda. He's just now starting the spines. I feel like the moment you know you're gonna have to give up the third base, I know he took another one, but you have a bunch of extra drones that aren't mining anyways, right? Or not mining efficiently.
Oh, so you wanted spines earlier?
Yeah, I would have liked to see him make spines earlier.
Yeah.
Because he knows it's an all-in. He counterattacked. He saw 6 cannons on the way. There's no way that Pilly transitions out of this, right?
Yeah. Look at this efficiency as well. It's like 3x for Pilly.
Wow.
He just barely has been losing any stalkers for the last minute or two.
Force field on the bottom of the ramp. There's only about 20,000 resources per base, so the fact that Panda's already lost 10,000. GG, well played. That was
GG.
Beautiful army movement out of Pilly the whole time.
I feel like all 3 games so far, even though Pilly's up 2-1, I feel like Panda has had a better setup every game. And 2 of the games he's just gotten out positioned. But I feel like he had the setup to win all 3 times.
Yeah, in that last game, I feel like he just doesn't play that map because he had so much vision, and he kind of knew what was coming because he was only making units, but he still somehow got completely outrouted by the army. He had an overlord so close to the cliff too. Man. If this were like an actual legacy tournament and this map was in here, you know for sure that would be like a massive mental note he would take to make sure he has vision down there.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where it's like you see it once and then you check for it every game for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
There's still like, oh, what was it? I don't remember the name of the map. But there was a map where somebody floated 4 racks into the main in GSL. And then I checked for it every single game. Huh. And the map was in the pool for like a year. So it was like 100 games and it didn't happen a single time. Wow. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I never want this to happen to me.
Because it would be such a feels bad way to lose. It was the
exactly.
Same thing. I feel like when Ghost started with Cloak for that short amount of time, you just float a racks or even 2 into the main base of a Protoss player, and just make a Ghost and 2 shots probes. So it's just free win.
What the fuck? That was a thing?
That was a thing. It was one of my favorite times because the way I would play is I would float a racks in there or make my Ghost my opener, and then I just followed up with 4 racks Marauder with Stim.
Do they just like have to go for cannons? I feel like you almost could have a Ghost before they have an observer.
Well, it started the yeah, you could. So you guaranteed, even if they went Robo first, you usually got like 6 probes or so. I will say that it was an interesting time in the meta for TVP because Protoss players always in Legacy of the Void usually go Twilight first, like 90% of the time. But it started like it forced an era of having to go Robo first, just in case that the person decided to make a Ghost at all, because it's like it also stopped a lot of cheese, even from Zerg, because just having Cloak immediately is amazing. It was too good. That's why I got nerfed. I don't think they can spawn close. Yeah, I didn't think so. Nice Masters. Thanks, man, I guess. Appreciate that. Ooh, match point.
Oh, it's MLG Metropolis. Oh man, MLG feels bad. I miss MLG events. All right, let's see.
Oh yeah, back when supply depots were the
on.
destructible rocks.
Yeah. What a time to be alive.
Countdown scam. I don't think there was a countdown on any of the games, was there?
I don't remember. You think Panda mixes it up, or is he just gonna stick with his? He's literally just like,
Just tried and
Who
true
was it?
macro.
yeah, like Rhett or Idra. They just like refuse to do anything that's not textbook macro.
I would love to see him hit a timing, maybe not a cheese, but like a +1 roach attack or something. Or, and this might be a crazy thought, Will, we could see a unit different than the roach.
Like, I feel like Mudas are good against every build that Pilly does, except for he did like an 8-gate all-in earlier today. Except for that build, every build he does, you could definitely have like 10 Mutas out before he could run you over.
Yeah.
I would love to see like a, and I know Panda is a good Muta player. He plays Mutas in ZVZ, at least in Legacy. So I feel like, you remember the old, just like, your only objective is base trade, that old style?
Yeah.
Where you just go mass Muta and you
I love
literally
that
make
style.
like 30 spine crawlers in your main.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you can't break my main and I'm going to kill all your workers. Yeah, it's a super fun
Wow.
style.
Can't believe he actually
Love to
got
see
that
something
down.
like
It
that.
like kind of pushed the probe out of the way to get the hatchery down. Okay.
Yeah.
Feels bad. Nexus first at a Pilly. I kind of like it because he knows it's cross spawn. He doesn't really need to get that fast wall off, and that it's a hatch first. Even this map, though. This map still seems pretty sick for cannon rushing.
Where do you
Also,
think you would go with it?
I would think by the gas, probably. Or, like, the left
top
side of the
gas?
gas. Yeah, top gas is the natural. Left side.
Mhm.
You have one pylon there, and then 2 on the other side.
He does have a forge on the way. He might go for it, honestly.
I just want to see
He's
something.
not saving money though.
Yeah.
All right, quick 3-hatch here out of Panda. Pretty much
No?
his tried and true ZVP. This is kind of how he's been playing.
Is he gonna
the
go?
entire
Is he gonna go for
series.
the hatch, or is he gonna get the queens? Okay,
I
he's
don't
gonna
know.
go for the hatch first. You know, I honestly,
Yeah.
I think I like getting the queens first before the hatch, actually. Especially in this with the larva. I feel like the extra larva's a little more important. I don't know.
Yeah, everything's OP. I mean, like, even the tumors are more powerful. They spread faster and you can cancel them. Like, queens are just better. And they have one more range, you know? Like, queens are just a little bit better in this version of the game. Doesn't hurt to get
They
them
have
early. but-
less anti-air range though, right? I think it's by 1.
I don't know. This is the final version of Wings. So whatever
yeah.
Wings was at the end.
I want to say queens had a 6 range in wings, like overall, and the queens in Legacy today have like 5 to ground and 7 to air. Oh, he's trying to counter us the
Oh.
third. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Nice
Panda
scout.
is so thorough with his scouting, dude. He fucking sees everything, every game. This guy actually could be such a sick player. Like, playing only macro and having like amazing scouting are two of like the main 2 things that make Cyril the best player. you
Yeah.
know?
Dude.
These gases are way earlier than before. He was getting 44 gases before.
Well,
He went like 33 gases this time, so I
okay.
don't know if that actually means anything, but
Well, it might be because if you look at his vision, he saw like Pilly fucked up his wall and he had to put a pylon in the wall. I don't know. I would love to see an actual attack now. I would like even a Baneling bust would be so good.
all of Pilly's builds include early sentries. It would definitely be risky. It might work because you're right. Like you have with the pylon there, you have a second spot for Banelings to hit.
I just don't even think he
Yep.
noticed the hole in the wall until it was.
He is flooding wings right now, and he's not
Okay.
stopping. Oh my
Yes.
god, you might be right.
This was 2 gases. Gonna throw down a Baneling nest. Do it, Panda. Do it for the one
Jeez.
time. Yes.
For the first time in your life.
Yes.
Here we go.
Let's go, boys. If this was
Taking advantage of the good faith. You know, it'd be so funny is if he just like keeps pulling lings until the rocks are down, and then just runs.
that would be sick. That would be so sick. There's a third pylon in the wall.
Yeah, that one can't be hit though.
Yeah, I know, but if the wall is breached, that's
Oh,
3 pylons
Kyle,
down.
it's a magnet. Sorry. If he had link speed, this game's over.
Yeah. He's waiting on the Bane lane. How many Banes is he gonna make, by the way? He went double gas. Look at the army supply difference. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, he has enough gas for 12.
Oh my god.
So we'll see if he goes.
Pilly has no idea. He has no idea this is coming.
He's dead.
The 2 sentries are also out of the wall. Oh, wait, is that a hard wall? By the way, with the 3rd pylon?
No, it's not. There's a hole between the forge and the pylon.
Okay, the Lings are going to be able to get the sentries. Okay, wall off comes through. Doesn't matter, there's a pylon in the wall. The big Protoss sin of having a pylon. Oh, in the wall. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be able to full wall, but the cannon is now trapped with the Zergling, so... Oh
Nice.
my god.
But though he has not warped his other 2 gateways into warp gate yet.
Where are they? The main base?
They're in the main base. They're finished. He also hasn't started anything from the robo as well. He's too focused on finishing this wall. Oh, the floodgates are open. Just probes blocking the way. And the Lings
That's
get
game,
in.
bro.
Nice. A tiny wall mistake out of Pilly, and Panda takes full advantage of it.
Yeah, I wonder if that was improv, or if he was always planning on cheesing because he's kind of been bamboozled the last couple games.
Wow.
But, I mean, either way, it worked. Hell yeah, game 5. By the way, guys, this is a best of 5, so this will be the final game. Match point for both players.
I'm glad that both of these
glad?
players are going to game 5. Feels like they deserve to be the final 2.
Yeah, this tournament was pretty stacked, but some of the better players didn't show up, I feel like. Practice X wasn't here, I think.
Foxer wasn't here. Neither was Yuri.
Yeah, and Barry and Rocker wasn't here.
I thought it was kind of funny that when the brackets were posted in the Discord, Foxer reacted with a bunch of like 2 happy emojis because he was against me, and he just didn't even show up.
Are you sure it wasn't because he got number 4 seed and he's not the 4th best player?
I don't know. I never really took seeds into account like that. I always thought it was like, if random tournaments, I thought it was just challenge, and then WCS, I thought it was just by WCS points.
No, they fully seeded it. Did they not send you? They took a video of them seeding it. I think Endless did the seeding.
Interesting. What seed?
Yeah.
What seed was I?
13.
Nice.
Yeah, he had Foxer really high, and I was like, ugh, I don't know, Foxer's that good. And I think Practice X should have been the 2 seed. I think he's definitely the 2nd best player.
In the tournament? I don't think he's better than Panda.
Yeah, he is. He's like 6,200, bro.
Practice X? Maybe I haven't seen him.
What the fuck? Who am I thinking of? Oh, no, you're right. Practice X is like 5,600. I swear someone else was... Who am
I was thinking
of?
he was Riser, maybe.
Oh, I was thinking Pure Legacy.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. 6 is a good seed for him. Okay, yeah. What would I have done? Riser, 2 seed. Maybe? You think Caleb or... Yeah, do you think Caleb is maybe better than Riser?
Nice. Okay, sorry. Panda said he did decide a bailing bus because of the pylon in the wall.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Good to know.
What was your question again?
Would you put Caleb above Riser?
It depends upon who's been practicing more in the last bit. Like,
True,
in the
yeah, they're
last
pretty
couple
close.
months. Because I haven't seen Caleb on in a long time. Really.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know if I would have had Caleb and Yuri as 8-9. I feel like that's kind of low for them.
yeah, Yuri's been putting a lot of work in, so.
Yeah, he's been improving a lot recently. All right, game 5. Here we go. 2-2.
All right. You first on the intros.
All right, y'all. In the top right, he's the cheese master himself. Has no idea how to macro. In the red Zerg pieces, we got Panda Bear Me.
And in the bottom left, we have a fake Protoss player. Every Protoss player knows not to put a pylon in their wall. It is Billy.
Rip. I guarantee, like, I don't even know, was Pilly even playing MLGs back then? Because that was the MLG version of the map. Like, I don't know if that last map was ever even in the ladder pool. As in, like, if he clearly knows how to wall most of the maps that we're seeing today. Maybe he just, like, hasn't played that map before, if it was an MLG exclusive.
Yeah, with the rocks as part of the wall. But maybe like a bigger... I don't know what the original map looked like, so... He scouts extremely early, by the way. He scouts off pylon every time.
Yeah, he loves his hatch block. But he never puts a pylon down.
Okay,
it's actually like a pretty nice... Yeah, oh, I hope he cannon rushes.
We're getting a cannon rush in game 5?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Pylon block. Forcing Panda to go for the pool.
So I saw Panda get cannoned. Oh, actually, Pilly cannoned him earlier in the tournament, and he actually just ignores it. Like, he doesn't even... So you know how we were talking about, like, how would you break a cannon rush earlier? He actually just ignores it, and he just takes the 2 third bases. And that's his solution. I don't know if he'll do that on every map, but he did that on Entombed Valley. That was what he did.
I wonder what Panda's plan is here. He's going up to 16 workers. Pilly already putting down the preemptive defensive cannon. If he had a gas, I would say just Baneling Bust again, because the cannon's part of the wall. But...
Yeah, I think the gateway will probably go in front of the cannon, right?
Okay, next is support gate. I think I probably would, like, because he knows the hatch is super late, right? I think I would have liked to see the gateway before the Nexus.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky, but...
Interesting.
I mean, he has his Probo Lab too, so he knows, like, the timing of the first circlings and everything, and he sees... I think probably the main reason he's not scared is because he sees no gas. So, like, a Baneling Bust couldn't even happen for, like, 2 minutes, at least.
Yeah. How does he... So he's going to wall with the pylon in the cannon, it looks like, because... He can't place the cyber down without full walling. Doesn't.
Yeah, that's kind of sketchy, bro. Yeah, I hope he puts like a second gateway in front of the cannon or something. I don't know.
Gonna have a rinse and repeat of last game.
For all the marbles.
You have the minerals for the hatch. Oh, he's doing it. He's putting 2 more gases down again.
Oh, this is so early too.
Okay.
Oh, but there's the cyber in front of the cannon. This gap is too big. He needs another building, but the gap is too big for a gateway. Or sorry, too small for a gateway.
I just don't think the pylon reaches far enough for the gate, like beside the other gate.
Yeah, I was wondering like if he could fit a gate like beside the cyber, like top left of the cyber. Because otherwise, yeah, this is super vulnerable.
You know, it'd be sick. Oh, okay, he starts Ling speed. I would have loved to see him actually start a lair and go for gasless mutas because the Cybercore was extremely late. It just finished and it's already 6 minutes in. Okay, Stargate though. I feel like Pilly was thinking the same thing I was thinking. That his Cyber was like really late, so mutas might actually be a possibility. Baneling Nest again. Ling starting up.
Oh. Hell yeah, brother.
He supply. Oh, I thought he was actually supply blocked at 36. It's gonna be like every Zerg's nightmare. He canceled the third base to have more money for Zerglings. Did Pilly scout the third? He did not, so actually, that would have been so sick if he did scout it, though.
Oh, no. It's exactly what I was afraid of.
He has no sentries this time, though.
Yeah, he's going to make one.
Think so? Yeah,
there it is.
There it is.
Uh-oh. This is bad.
We'll see. Does it look like there's space beside that Zealot? It kind of looks like there's a little bit of space.
Where, dude? No, that is fully. So the only thing he can hit with Banelings is the Zealot, but then it's just going to get
9
force
Banelings already on the way. If he gets enough Banes, he can just bust the core.
It's like 18 or 20 Banelings.
Why else would you get too gassy? There's 13 of them on the way, Will.
I think he's definitely going to bust this out here and then just wait for the force field to expire. I mean, Pilly's going for Phoenixes, right? Like,
If he kills both gateways, there's no production, by the way.
yeah. Oh my god, he didn't get the force field. Okay, he did get the force field.
And the first gateway down. Oh, there's a hole in the wall. Oh, God.
This is how it's going to end,
Oh,
boys.
God. Panda Bear, the cheese master. Okay.
The cheesiest player who's ever lived.
Wow, what a guy.
You know,
I love it.
Pilly's.
Isaac.
Isaac, why?
GG. What a way to end it. The macro
Panda
player
wins.
goes out of his
With-
comfort zone.
Back-to-back Banling busts.
I feel like it was the same thing again. He scouted that the cannon. I feel like he got a little unlucky with how the wall ended up turning out, but it was good enough.
Yeah. Do you think if he hits the force field fast enough that there's any chance he holds? Like, I feel
If
like
he-
he was just dead there
If he
because
keeps
of
the Zealot
Phoenixes.
alive and re-walls, maybe. Like if he force fields in front of the Zealot.